So, Mrityunjay and all, I think there is a lot of demand from these people who couldn't come to share your insights or whatever you have done. If you want, you can share. Otherwise, we'll start with Kayagata Sati. Anyone wanting to share? May Mrityunjay, Ariu, also including Bobby, can share how it went, what happened. That in fact, Madhulika and Niket and many others over there are so inquisitive to know it, including Ashwin. So, want to share? You can share. Now, yes, sir.
So, because
Mrityunjay, it went into mute mode. You have to unmute. I tried pinning you, it went into mute. Just unmute it. Yes.
no, Buddha, sir.
No, Buddha, no, Buddha.
No, the world I was actually seeing just before going to this was really a frenzy world. In that frenzy world, I can't have that frenzy if I don't want to describe that frenzy because I will get that shock that so much of suffering is going on in the opposite way. That is suffering. If you see that frenzy suffering, imagine what is happening in Pakistan. One side is imagine what is happening in the Sri Lanka. That thing, you presidential palace suffering. When you come to Bangladesh, you see with that amount of frenzy, that frenzy. If you just see that frenzy, you will get either what will happen. I was actually driving that. What is that frenzy that when you come to Nepal, you see that frenzy, all these frenzy things are just pushing me, and in my mind, Archana is there or not, I do not know. Archana and
Archana is
Nitin.
there. Archana is there.
Okay, so that Archana madam and that Nitin is there, I know. No. You know that Bodhidhamma is talking about that walking and all that meditation. I was just doing that way. That way, one side you do that meditation that was similar to what is told in that Mahasati Patana, that all Chattaro Sati, all that four postures and all this, so many postures meditation is telling. That's similar to that. My work action was going on, and one side you see this frenzy. So this frenzy thing, when I just put that practice into this frenzy thing, what I was getting the feeling was rise above. I was getting that feeling I should not get succumbed to this frenzy. I should not get succumbed. My inner was telling rise above, rise above. So now what to do in that mode? Something was blocking my mind. I thought, let me confess something. That something what is hidden in me, that frenzy thing is driving. And this practice is pushing and telling rise. I went and actually I made a message to sir and asking him, shall I confess? I want to confess something which is blocking me. Went and told all the things. The confess is something like in the church you go and the father is sitting and you just confess. You confess heart out, into Vilas sir. that pressure, just before going to retreat, that pressure is there building up in me, that frenzy pressure and this pressure. So much of pressure was there building in me, and then I went to him and I just confessed all the things from my mind. I just loosened my mind. Most of the when it slackened, the tension slackened, I got little confidence that rise above that world, that confidence was building in me. That now you see this frenzy is going on. I'm in India, there that retreat, Australia, you see that retreat, see the spot, you just imagine in the mind, even before the night, that night going to Australia, I was just watching the videos, all these frenzy videos. My God, I just don't want to tell anybody that frenzy. I don't want to explain. Please don't try to understand this explanation of frenzy unless you have got a strong mind. Please forget that. All that frenzy, please forget that. Just take my experience that I experienced like this. You just please take that experience. Forget the frenzy, take that experience, and the confidence when I poured out, confessed to Sir, that rise above confidence was there in me. I just, now you see, the situation coming, flying. Just it was something, put me out of this world. Going to that retreat, it's just very sight of that house, mesmerized. This frenzy, you see this all all completely blank. My mind went blank. I can't explain that blank. When you see Shaniel's house in that view, which is in the top, hilltop. We have to walk on the road and see the hilltop. As soon as I saw that full with all my burden, just empty. I was feeling empty, nothing. Just enter the door. My God, it was dreamland, fairy. Alice in Wonderland, going into that Wonderland. Oh, I was just in that Wonderland. That was, and that night, first 0 day night, they give the instruction what will happen the 10 days later. In that instruction, my one sentence which caught me my attention was this. Chanel was telling for me the walking meditation was the real push what I got. And I was just I never heard what the way walking meditation has inspired Chanel. I could not imagine that. I could just get the sense that there is lot in that walking meditation. You do the zero, and I was curious, just wanted to know how to do that walking meditation. Tempting me to learn that walking. So what happened was that 0 day went out, early morning came again. Now Shane sir, I'm seeing him for the first time. He's telling, come, we'll walk. Okay. So now he's telling that instead, now I was having that mood to learn that walking. The way you should walk it, typical walking, if you observe Shaniel walking, just that foot, come, up, down, come, up, down. I was just observing that up, down, up, down. That you just observe that you will get that awareness. You will become so alert. I feel that was the real walking meditation, if you see. And the way he walks, you just observe, you get that inspiration. I was really inspired by that walking and just walk, 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 walk. Then, came, sat there, meditation. he gave certain instruction, the four instruction. He gives the four instruction. You have to just follow that. And just follow it. As soon as I give, the first instruction is keep your senses alert in my mind. All my eyes, ears, body became very alert. His words were actually a command for me to do that. As he tells, I should do that. So my eyes became very alert, my ears became very alert, body, uh, everything very alert. Whatever he tells, and just listen. Do what he tells. No question. No question. Just don't doubt. Just do what I do. Half went off. Then the next day, early morning, okay, me, I followed him, and that experience just gave me a very good thing. This year, after this instruction, we were sitting here outside. There, Villa sir was giving open eye meditation instruction. So that open eye meditation instruction really put me in a question mark. See, one side, Shenel is giving four steps meditation, and another side, you see, Vilas is giving just that open eye meditation. He tells, watch this outside. Only three things he's telling. That time, I really got doubt. My main doubt was, see, see how I generated the doubt. Shania is fully liberated Ara. He's giving one four-step meditation. This side, Vilas, he is also fully liberated Arhan. He is also giving just three steps meditation. This meditation was very touching me, and this was not what I did was question mark came, that doubt came to me. Who is correct? Shailil is correct, Vilas is correct. Either both of them should be correct or both of them. Tetralemma, that I went into the tetralemma type of thinking, just did not know what to do. The next day morning, walked there along with this. That was the first day. When I came there, walking, after walking, sitting, again that four steps. Shamil is giving four steps. My doubt is there. I was just thinking in my mind, what to do, what to do, what to do, whether to follow Vilas or whether to follow Shamil. Just my mind, what it will. Just see Buddha, what it tells. No, this is Sangha, Mahasangha. This Mahasangha, I'm telling Buddha, what Buddha is telling about this doubt. So immediately the picture of that Aranyagata, Rukkamulagata, Shunyagara, I went into that. There that one description comes. Parimukam Sati, Upatta Petva. That I really experienced that Parimukam Sati, this doubt, this shalience, this two merged with that Parimukam Sati, Upatta Petva, Buddha. Buddha is confirming these two people, what these two people are. Buddha immediately, my full mind could not see anything, no words, no mind, only the head. The next sentence, in that mindfulness, PT, mindfulness, so sato asasati, sato asasati. Let's stop. The whole body, becomes still. I can't explain, just experience. Immediately all my senses collapsed, Oof, just had to be silent. I became so small eyes opening, closed, that closed eye, open. My eyes, my real eyes, that inside that eye is open, my real eyes. Just, I saw, I am not in India, I am not in Australia, just some out of the world experience. I saw this Chinese, Iranians, Russians, Myanmar, Indians, no difference, no distinction. All are human beings. Just started crying. That's all. This much, please. You believe I can't explain much more. This is what the real experience I had. Then I just stopped. After that, I went to Sir. It was just a different time, I just went to the Sir and explained him this happened. I asked him one question. Is it Brahmanas or is it Brahma? No, 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 no. This is not. I don't know English. Just no, no, no. You have become Sutapana. Yeah, that experience, Oh, oh, all the desires, no desire, just food, just full day, full day. I don't know, simply that bliss went on. Whoever is talking, just after that, in the evening, they asked me to explain. I just actually explained only this much. I feel nothing more than please. I can just narrate the experience. If you ask me to the that one small thing I just missed, along with that doubt, there was one after that meditation, they tell this etam santam, etam panitam. That also I was having that doubt. That doubt was actually these two people are telling about meditation and what is the relevance of that this thing with that. That one now I am realizing when open that time I am realizing that Yetam Santam Yetam Santam. Our sir really this much please. I can only narrate my experience. Explanation I can't give. If you want explanation, you please ask sir. Just this much explanation, this much experience I can share, please. Don't ask me for any explanation. Explanation is something like, I can't. I can't. We only can explain. I can only experience it. Whatever they tell, I'll just experience it. I can't explain that. The Dhamma, you can't. You have to just experience the Dhamma. I'm the real board, you just experience. Later on, I asked me, don't speak. Just till you become Arant, we are just learn Seka. You just till you become Arant. No need to explain to anybody. Just experience. That's all. Whatever comes, you just experience. Don't try to explain to anybody because I may go wrong. Simply that explanation may go wrong because whatever I speak, it should be with Dhamma. That it should be with Dhamma. Perfect. how, Birla sir uses the word stay. One example I just give you. The last day when Birla sir was talking, it's some situation he used the boycott, Jeffrey boycott, that Jeff boycott. That boiled down to some other thing. And in the morning, he comes and tells, confesses, that apologizes. He apologizes that I have done something wrong in that thing, and he uses the word stain. I feel to be very stainless, that word stain, if you just understand, experience that stain, it will make my mm, tongue cut. And Shaniel, when you talk to him, he uses, what is the meaning of this? Shut your mouth. Bah, if tongues are cut, mouths are shut, and just sit and meditate. They are telling you just sit and meditate. Don't talk. Let the world be as it is. No? This will check it.
Thank you, Mrityunjay. Very nice. Very touching. Anyway, he's coming over in few hours time here, so good good to welcome him again.
Please, explanation, please. You go to Shania, you go to Vilas. I can just experience them. Whatever they speak, I will just try to experience it. Don't memorize it. Keep it in your mind. No? We'll keep it in the mind for some time, but put it into practice, That gives you that confidence, that confidence. When you get that confidence, words, Buddham Sharanam Gacchami, Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami, Sangham Sharanam. That's all. Only three words. The same way, like Namo Tassa Bhagavate, like that. All that, that Shraddha reinforces. I just experience it, just reinforce my Shraddha to triple jump. I can just, whatever experience I'm getting, it should be matching with Dhamma, Buddha Dhamma thoughts. Just when I match that, it coincides. Immediately I feel the Shraddha, with that Shraddha, we tell, bow to the triple J. That's all. I can just bow to the triple J. I can't speak, I don't Dhamma, Dhamma, I don't know Dhamma. And it is a child, today, that opening, that eye opening and coming out, a small child, just born baby, seeing, seeing the world, but he's seeing the world with awareness. That's the difference. A still born, just born baby coming out, normal baby, they will cry without awareness. Now, the opening, you feel as if we are into this world with awareness. That awareness with Sakayaditi gone, doubt gone, Sakayaditi gone, Shilabad Paramasa gone. You see that awareness, if you see that small child with that awareness, step on somewhere we'll fall down. I just asked Vilas sir, I just asked Shinu, that I just do some walking and just started. This is my 12th, 13th day. Child, just learning to walk the path, just learning to walk the path. Please, nobody else. I can't. If you want explanation, you go to the
Thank you so much.
I don't know if you want me to say anything, but I had a really good time on the retreat. Obviously, I was there for only for a shorter time, about 7 days, because I had to return home a bit earlier. Yeah, we had really good meditation sessions. Really enjoyed the sitting meditation. Just gave a taste of the TMI version versus going to Sariputta straight to the breath. Both are really good, and we did walking meditation, which was really good as well. Just to It was very different from the kind of Burmese tradition walking meditations that I've done before. So it was more focusing on one spot and then, just having attention, the breath, and also being aware of everything around you. It was very good. And also a new thing that I never tried before was open eye meditation, which is a new experience. I think if anyone's ever not tried it before, then you should really try it, because maybe it might be something that really works for you. I think a few of the people who participated worked really well. So yeah, I think most of the time I had a lot of hindrances, which was mainly restlessness because I was leaving early. So I really wanted to make sure that I got enough out of it. So it was really difficult for me to remove the restlessness. I didn't even know I was that restless actually until Vilasti told me that I was so restless that I needed to just calm down. um, so on the last day, it was my last day. So I decided there was no much point being restless anymore. It was just one more day. So I should just relax, take it easy, just forget about um, achieving anything fantastic if I wanted to. And actually, on the last day, I did experience something which was, I would say, maybe a sense of cessation. We're doing the open eye meditation, and normally what happened is, you experience the attention of the trees, and then you're just aware of all the sounds, sights, everything, and experience on your body, sensations on your body. And that's usually like that for the whole session for an hour. On the last day, what happened was, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes into the meditation, everything turned into kalapas, which is just like atomic level. They're almost like sparkling radiation. It's very different. So everything turned into that. At first, I didn't really pick it up very properly. I saw that the trees and the colors had changed, that they had turned into this kind of radiation like, materials. And then I noticed that Ariu was in one corner of the eye, and then I knew that he completely disappeared, and that really shocked me. I thought, where has he gone? And then I noticed that Vilasji had pretty much disappeared as well, other than these little outline of his face, and that his feet were, radiating green colors. And I thought, well, that's not what I experienced in the other days. And I knew something was different. And as I kept going with the meditation, everything started to disappear. The ground, the floor that we were sitting on, the columns that were the poles outside, that were holding the roof, they started to disappear as well. And I was contemplating at the same time I was experiencing that this was anicca, everything was disappearing, everything was impermanent. And okay, and that it's gonna be a little bit emotional. And that everything was not very solid, and then this was anatta, because everything there was actually only emptiness, and there was nothing of any real essence. And this was, like the real teaching of the Buddha really came through. And I really found that, and I was in deep gratitude for the Buddha and his teaching. And and then literally, I don't know, sometime after that, the bell, Vilas's bell rang, and that was the end of the meditation. So it was really good. Yeah, that was my experience.
Thank
So
you,
thank
May.
you.
You got what you wanted. Yeah, you came with an empty-handed. You filled yourself up. Good, thank you. Yeah, if you had stayed some more on that, you would have seen the entire world collapse. So you would have lost all your family members, one after the. That will be death in front. So you would also go, leaving nothing behind. And that is scary actually, but that's all we all are. Good that you achieved. And as you go forward, you will be doing that, getting that more and more, even though you are not going to do anything special. So I suggest you continue on the open eye meditation whenever you find time. Just exactly do what we did on that day with the trees. So you focus your attention on something, a tree or a house or whatever it is, and start with awareness everywhere. Watch it, it breaks. And once it breaks, everything starts breaking and the whole body disappears at once. Nice. Thank you so much. Very happy for you. May I was telling, in fact, I and Chenil had a talk before you arrived that from your messages, what you were writing, we were thinking that when you're here, flesh and blood, you should get it. We are very happy and very honored that got what you want. Excellent. Madhukarji, tell me.
No, that's sir.
No, that.
So last time when we had a talk before all the meditation retreat started there in Australia, that you suggested that same activity. So I'd also started like a mirror meditation, like uh, you be there, I'm here. Doesn't matter. It's just a name, whether it's Australia or it's Rajasthan, same like. So even though doing the work. I just you just took me for the hot for the mall meditation when we were in the Bangalore. So I just consider my workplace, my dining hall, my kitchen, my home, everything as a mall meditation. I just started doing like a just behaving, and I mean it is all the greatness to the Dhamma that gives us some law like be with a sati will take care of you. So just uh, whether I'm seeing OPD patient, whether I'm seeing eating, whether I'm sleeping. So just I just try to be in a sati. The most important thing which I realized that if the sati is lost, that also gives me a sensitization that the sati is lost. Even or yeah, I was supposed to see this as a watching, etc. But sati itself gives me reminder. Hey, no, 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 where are you going? Come here, come back here. So when I and you're the best example and the sentence which I remember is that be with the breath. So once you be with the breath, the sansara will find its own other direction, other way, will get off its own. I don't want to do any effort. It will get cut off of its own. I have to just be with the breath. So then I realized that initially I used to specifically have watching phenomena on oneself. But then slowly I realized that all these things are flow of happenings. Uh, uh, Talking is a flow of happening. Listening, flow of happening. Seeing the things, everything is just it's a flow of happening. And I suddenly realized that uh, if I'm watching that all the things are happening, all the five sensory systems are happening. Smell, it is happening. Walking, happening. Even if I become angry, happening. Even if I become smiling, happening. So then I got shivers on my body, and there's no harm in confessing that I just feel like tears in the eyes. Then who is looking this? I'm seeing if everything is happening. Who is saying so? Who is observing that? And then suddenly I feel there is no one inside. and it is just an experience. So I just feel that uh, if everything, say, all is a moment. So sitting meditation happening, then walking meditation happening, eating meditation happening, and one time comes that I just see as a happening. That's all. I mean, there's no, I mean, caretaker or just watcher becomes more and more strong. And sir, I understood this because initially we used to do like rituals every morning, Namo Tassa Bhagavato, etc. Buddham Sham. But I got to such a multiple occasion, automatically the words comes from the chitta that I should bow to the Buddha. I should bow to the Dhamma. This is such a beautiful rules and regulation. Of course, we are human beings, we are laymen, we have to hear, we have to listen, we have to practice. But then I realized ki, what a great laws it is, and what a great wisdom of seeing the things. And automatically, mind, oh God, it was so great of Buddha that he had spoke or talked those things only for me, because today I'm seeing that I'm standing. So I know that there's a definitely sure, there is definitely flow, and I know that if I just see as a flow, I don't want to go on the opposite side. The shore will definitely be here. It's here only. It's what I. Just a matter of when I should pursue exactly, and because all these were the few seconds, few minutes experiences of automatically heart, we can say heart, mind, brain, whatever it is, chitta, whatever it is, really automatically starts bowing to Buddha, bowing to the knowledge and the laws. Because simple law, just be on the breath, everything will take care of it. And sir, initially last time I talked with you regarding my financial loss, etc. It's a big loss for me. But that also I feel it is nowhere. I couldn't see it. It had already flown out. It's gone. Why I should call the why I should be catching the thread? Oh, it was lost, it was that, etc. And such a watchfulness had make me, even if I go to the, even if I button my shirt, I still watch. I just keep. I don't give. So uh, just happening. It's just a flow of happening. It's a moment. It's a moment. Even anapanasati breathing also, that's a part of a moment of body breath. So all is a moment. All the things are happening. And when I see that the something flowing, something happening, something moving, suddenly a second, 1 second, 2 second, the thought comes to the mind automatically. That means there has to be something which is non-moving. There has to be something which is non-happening. There has to be some state, some place, which, and then this all these things I realize on the body. I saw my kaya in such a nasty way. Wow, such a stupid ears it is, such a stupid nose it is. So till this date, I was just taking it as an. So they have no ground to stand. No ground to stand. So I just feel that I just took out all the grounds for these sensory systems. I feel like floating. So that's what I need your advice, suggestion, how I should proceed further, any modification, because sir, you gave me one master key. Just be with the breaks. Do not give a mind to do all the jugglery and natak baji and drama baji and all these things. So that I saw how the mind had played with me. Now it is my time to the mind goes according to what as per the rules of Buddha or Dhamma. It will follow. Once I've been the growth, oh, उसको झक मार जाना पड़ेगा. It has to evaporate. So just guide me anything for me, sir.
Sure. So from there, you need to make it into five aggregates and see that any experience you're having comes and goes away. So at that juncture, you start to see the gaps between the rupa to the feeling, feeling to the perception, perception to the choices you're making or the intentions you're having on site.
That's also flow, sir. It
I
is
know it
also moving.
flows, I know it is flowing. You'll start to see the gap. As the gap starts increasing,
Yes, sir.
your state of nibbana
Yes, sir.
increases because the gap is nibbana. When nothing comes and nothing goes, the basic aim is what? Nothing should come. If it comes, it dies.
Correct, sir.
If nothing is coming, nothing is dying. So the state of unconditionality is no arriving, no ceasing. The gap
Sir.
is that. Just watch the gap and you'll see that the aggregates remain, but the grasping is gone. Because grasping is the one which creates continuity. Now, that continuity not being there, it becomes discrete. A sight will not do anything to you because the eye is not doing anything on the sight. That's a gap. There's a gap between eyes and the sight, the gap between ear and the sound. That means when I hear something, when there's a sound coming, there is nothing to hear. Sound will come, but there's no person who is hearing it. So what happens? In seeing, there's only seeing. In hearing, only hearing. In smelling, there's only smelling. In tasting, in taste, there's only tasting. In body, there's only touching. In mind, there are no mental objects. So you see what happens is you can create, like I can create villas. I can create villas. I can have an interaction with villas. As soon as the work is done, I can remove villas.
It was gone.
So, like I was doing it for the last 42 days, along with these people, had fun. I was having jokes with Bobby. I have had the maximum amount of jokes, maximum amount of fun. It never looked, at least I never gave him an impression that I'm a teacher. So we were having all kind of jokes. And one day I told Ariu wanted to ask question. I told him, I'm going to cut your hand if you were to ask me question. So we were having some fun. Not that really I would have cut his hand or did something, not any violence, but in these number of days I've had fun. So I can create villas, play the drama, whatever is to be done, have fun, and drop villas. That is it. So on the day of my departure, we have I and Shinil have spent so much time, and as much as I've hugged Bobby, I don't think so. I've hugged Shinil because there's no need. It's just like two dead people hugging each other. There's no life. So I hugged Bobby before my, or Ari also I hugged before I went into the terminal or to do the security check and other things. What I was feeling is they are so filled with life. I'm so filled with death. It's such a contrasting. I didn't leave Australia because I never entered Australia at all. But even though I have had all the fun, so once I turned, once I finished that Qantas, whatever, the security check, just looking at, do I remember everything I have done in Australia from day one till the day of leaving? And I found yes. Can I now just erase it? And it happened.
Switch off. Switch off. Yeah.
Switch off. So from that time to the time I sat in the flight, then Sydney, Sydney to Bangalore. So when I saw them yesterday, again, these people, again, I can create that fun, create everything, create laughter. It's such a nice thing because there is no person there. You create a person as many number of times as you want. Now, I've given so much of pain to both Bobby and Shaniel that I don't sit because I'm a walking meditator kind and they want me to sit. Okay, it's a very funny argument. And especially with Bobby saying that, Vilas ji, your students, if they see that the teacher himself is not sitting down, I don't like that. They take in a wrong way for one thing. And I keep on cutting jokes. I'm not serious kind. Shenial is a very serious person. He means business. Whereas somebody says, I don't want to do this today. I say, okay, no problem. So he was very much concerned that I should be very serious. And he knows that even he is not serious person. So two jocular person sitting with a very serious person was something to learn. But I was watching when they gave me feedback that you sit. And in fact, in the starting few days, I was not sitting. They poor guys, they were sitting and meditating. And I used to walk around, making the sound and going. So they can't say anything because I'm the teacher, they are the students. So either the teacher should be matured enough or the students should be matured enough. So maybe the students were more matured enough than the teacher. So they used to somehow adjust it. So then I started sitting. And then I learned how to sit and meditate. So now I can sit and meditate as much as they can sit and meditate. But it was nice to see that nothing happens inside. Even though they say, I thought, okay, they are saying, do it. Try to do it. And the poor guy, Bobby, he had learned preparing food for my sake. It was the most touching moment for me that one person doing so much for me. For what reason? Just for eating, I'm giving him so much of pain. He has learned how to make idlis. He has learned how to make sambar and chutney and dosa and other things. So one day what happened? Myself, Janak, Viren, Bobby and Shaniel. So we had 1 hour meditation, 4 hour discussion on how to prepare food. Okay, so then later, Shaniel, after listening to our talks, he said for 1 hour meditation, 4 hour debates. So that was the end of it. Then after that, we became really serious that, okay, this is not going to work this way. So we had to be seriously meditating, not wasting. So by the evening, I started eating that wheat bix, never had in my life. So just brought it, ate it. Next day onwards, I shifted from this idli vadais or idli dosa business to that. And once in a while, I used to make poha, but I never troubled Bobby to make idli or dosa. And then I know he has worked for more than 6 months learning how to cook. And for my sake, it was looking too much, somebody asking so much. It's not good. Anyway, thanks, Bobby, again that you stood like a rock and did everything what is possible. You are literally invaluable. I mean, this retreat wouldn't have been a success without.
I think, Vilash, nothing compared to the wisdom you have shared to me. And it is said that Sabbadanam, Sabbadanam, Dhammadanam Jinati. So whatever I do, I did with so much of happiness, and I enjoyed every moment with you and all other Anashaniel and our friends. So I didn't feel like it is a job or anything. I was just enjoying it.
Yeah, and one another is on the fun side of it. I, Shaniel, and Bobby, we have never laughed so much in our life for one day or one evening. It was a spontaneous thing, but it was hilarious. We brought our age from wherever we were, like in 50s to 20s. like a teenagers. So the objective was to make beds for all the people who are going to come another 1 or 2 days time. So Bobby was washing the bed sheets. The bed sheet were ready, and then we were to put the bed sheet. Then we started having fun, and the fun turned out into even more fun when I told Bobby that, Bobby, if you remember, we both were walking down the road and we saw this big house, and we went into asking whether we can get a job. And then he said, yes, I don't have any better job except for putting this bed sheet. So you can start working on that. And then what happened is neither Bobby knew how to put a bed sheet nor I knew the way he wanted. So he showed us one that how to put a bed sheet. Okay, and I was slow and Bobby was fast, so we were having fun. And I told him that, you are very cunning and you can learn the job quickly. And I lost my job, etc., etc. But it was fun actually. That I lost my job anyway. That was a secondary. But I wanted him to lose his job as well, so that we both can go out again and then start another uh, job somewhere. But for some reason, Shaniel took him and threw me out. But anyway, that's another story. But it was good for, I think, 1.5 hours. We had fun. It was like literally a teenager party. No drinks, no alcohol, no cake, no fun. It's just simple that all the three of us were not having our own individuality at all. It was such a nice blend. It didn't seem that we both are supposed to be teachers and this guy is supposed to be a student. We never knew that who is a student, who is a teacher, what are we doing. We just wanted to, and we didn't even plan this fun. It was just happened. It was so nice that after we sat down, finishing this, if we reflect back, what we saw is when you leave the self, you're in second jhana. You're in the most joyous state because there is no you at all. And that's the reason we can reflect back to that memory of fun what we had. There was no Bobby, there was no Shaniel, there was no Vilas. What remained was just no one. Very fun. That's the think highest of the fun we ever had, and that made Bobby reflect upon. And the next day we were picking up these people. So he said to me that maybe he should tell rather than I telling him. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I think I told this to Adio also, that I felt like Vilashi was my childhood friend in many lives. So somehow, somehow the way it's not just in this visit. Last visit also I felt like that, and that feeling is always, I don't know, but I always keep that uh, in a very private thing, because he is a great teacher and his wisdom is, and so many people are respecting him a lot. So when I talk something, it shouldn't be disrespectful or anything. So I'm very careful. But thank you, Vilashipi, for definitely having that way of treating me like that. And I definitely I came back and told Marin that this is the best times I had in last 30 years. Now after my childhood days are over, school days, I felt like I was enjoying every moment of it. And, yeah, hopefully, this happiness will continue here also. But I'm much more relaxed and happy, and I've learned a lot from both of you, and I feel very very fortunate that I'm getting this opportunity to be in this group, with these great teachers, and I know that it is precious, like perspective of the jokes and fun we had. I know the serious part is I'm very very fortunate. So a lot of gratitude to Vilashi and a lot of gratitude to all my Dhamma friends.
Thank you. Thank you. Bobby, I'm a very fun going person. So one serious, one fun going. What a unique combination.
And another thing I want to tell you is, Aryu made a comment, which made me to reflect. And he said, Bobby, like Aryu and I was in the same room. So irrespective of the noble silence, we had some 10 minutes of, quiet talking every day. or, something. And he told that, Bobby, I think you are 50% of Vilashi and 50% of Shenier. So I do very serious outside, when doing the serving and everything. So I enjoyed both of it. I want to seriously meditate and keep noble silence and everything. But all these private conversations with Vidashi, and I really enjoyed. And even every day we used to have a meeting after another retreat like that day. So then I said with actually now is the fun time. So something like that. So it was really good, and I can tell for a long time, but it is invaluable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed, it is invaluable meeting all of them, having a first hand look at what could to be done. And one another happiness moment in my life really is that I, like my wife was saying, I mean, she was asking me, what would happen if he is liberated before you? What should it be the answer? It will be like, I was a teacher, it became a former teacher, now I'm a student. Right? So that is, you should be ready for it as well. It is very fun because the speed at which Shaniel was going is far more than what I was doing. So I knew it in April that he's doing much more, much better than me. So I always wished that he go ahead. In fact, the towards the end of November, sorry, early October, end October and early November, many of my videos were only for him. It never meant for anyone else. I wanted him to complete the journey because I knew that he can do it. And I would have been not surprised that if he achieved faster than me, because I know that he's much capable, much grounded, and he wants it, he will do it. So I knew that he will because his determination is very good in that. Doesn't mean that I don't have, but it's better. Meaning the way he has worked out is it won't have really surprised me that he's achieved and I'm his student. It won't have surprised at all. But anyway, so now we have to co-direct a movie. So it was fun time that we are co-directing this movie. He is a student, but he's also a teacher. It's a fun, something unique. And I'm sharing bed with him. He sleeps down, I sleep up, which was even more funny to me that he's also an equal person, but he still says that, Vilasji, you have to sleep up, down. So he used to sleep down, I used to sleep up. So one day, for our surprise, Bobby entered the room and we both are on the same bed and we are talking and he saw. So it was nice. I mean, we never had any challenges of personality issues in these 40 days. Otherwise, it's very difficult actually. Having two different kind of mentalities, two different ideologies, two different way of looking at life, staying together. In a normal circumstances, it would end up in either one of them leaving and going. That's for certain. Because there would be I-ness and minus. You want this or you do this, let us share the workload, blah, blah. Nothing like that. It was seamless, it was personality less, It was eyeless, whatever less you can put it. Including, we tried this before one day. Bobby was not there, so we were trying to find out days when Bobby or nobody is there, that we can try out some stunts. So we jumped pool, into the swimming pool, and then trying to see how it looks when two selfless people were to jump into the pool. What would happen? We never felt each other. It was a very shocking experience that you don't have anything. You don't even feel you are there. That's very uh, strange, very strange experience. Okay, that's from my side on this journey. It was nice, very fortunate, like what Mrityunjay said about Alice in Wonderland. Yes, it was like Alice in Wonderland only. Much more than Wonderland. That and all of these people coming and we picking them up from the airport, dropping them back. I don't think so. We would be able to replicate it again. One of an strange moment in our lives. So fortunate. I mean, not fortunate because Shaniel is there or I'm there. So fortunate because we got an opportunity to serve them, to help them on their path of Dhamma. And I find it more than anything else what I could have done in this life. So I felt very fulfilled when I sat in the flight from Sydney to Bangalore. That the life has to be led in this way, not in any other. And thanks everyone for bearing with me and bearing with my jokes or whatever I do. Thank you. And sorry, Ariu, if you felt that I'm going to cut your hand off.
No, never felt that way.
Okay, that's it. Any questions from anybody else who heard this whole stories? Okay, then, should we end? Fine, good day. Meet you tomorrow with Kaigata Sati. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye.